Oh, I got an earbud in my ear. Okay. Alright, this is another test. I tried a different angle slightly. And I'll probably take my glasses off for this because the ring light likes to shine in my glasses. Hello. There we go. Okay. Hello, my lovely stars. So it is 10:36 p.m. Sunday, January 5th. I wanted to record this message, but it's going to be part of another video, so, well, the same video, but later in the video I'm going to have it where, like, I kind of have a cool thing, like, where you work out with me in a sense, where I work out with me. I started January 4th. I also wrote up a script for this video, and I didn't even look it over because I'm like, it's good. Anything I think of, I can talk about. So the whole kind of message for this video will play out as the video plays out. But one of my New Year's resolutions was to get in better shape. So I'm making a goal of walking for an hour a day and seeing where that goes. And I did a lot of recording. Where was I? It's weird. I get on and off the scale a few times, and I did 2 days of working out so far, so 2 hours walking, but confirmation burp. But I'm gonna try to do like an hour each day and see where it goes. And I haven't started this yet, but I might start it tonight, and I might record a little footage of me lifting this. Maybe start out with, like, this is my 10-pound weight, but do like 100 lifts on each arm and then build up from there. Like do 20 and then switch arms and then do 20. And it's only been 2 days and I already feel like I'm moving around better. I've had this walking pad for a few months, but I just haven't gotten the motivation to use it. And I believe everything happens for a reason. It's the new year. Kind of like, this is, maybe people say this a lot, but like, new year, new me. Like, I'm gonna try to be the best version of myself that I can be. And I don't know if I'm gonna add music or positive words or both to where I speed up me walking on the walking pad. And it's kind of weird. It says I lost a pound or two, like, and I've only done this for 2 days, but sometimes the scale doesn't read my weight right, so I'll get on and off it a few times, and the number that it says the most, that's the one I recorded, so I got on and off of it a couple times to be as accurate as possible. And are we still rolling? We're just about 7 minutes in. So right now I'm kind of like talking from the heart and seeing whatever messages pop up. Because if you're seeing this, I believe you're seeing this for a reason. Like, everything happens for a reason. Like, if you felt drawn to this video, it was for a reason. I had a really good day today, day and night. I'll most likely be going to bed soon. I'm going to try to get up early tomorrow. That's another habit I want to make. Having time for myself in the morning. Just to have my coffee and tea and write. It just, and I already, like, I paused a lot in the previous video, and I already feel like I'm talking better and not pausing as much, because like my body just feels so much better, even only after 2 days. So it's just wild. And I have a script here, but I want to show you a picture of the lovely dinner we had tonight. And this is just me showing you pictures. And this is the chicken. We had a nice big juicy chicken, and I'm grateful for that. And I thank the chicken so much for giving its life so we could live on and enjoy it. And I'm very grateful. But tomorrow we're turning that into a chicken soup, so I'm interested to see how that will be. I mean, my mom did most of the cooking, and I'm really grateful for that. But I helped where I could. But yeah, we had a delicious dinner. And by the way, you don't have to, if you're hearing this, you don't have to be super strict and all that. Like, what I mean is, tonight, I'll show a picture of it right here, or around here, around this area. We had chocolate cake with cream cheese frosting and vanilla ice cream. That's what I had anyway. Bobby just had cake, and my mom had chocolate ice cream because she had it the night before with the cake. But my point is, you can still have your enjoyments, just try not to go overboard with them. Like, I tried to make sure I gave myself like a little bit of vanilla ice cream and a little sliver of cake, but I just wanted to taste it, and I had that with my tea, and it was so good. And I add sugar and honey to my Earl Grey black tea, and before that I had a coffee. And it's just so nice to be able to enjoy things. Like, I keep hearing that quote, like, everything in moderation, even moderation. The way it translates to me is, yeah, some nights you'll go overboard with whatever you're doing. And maybe it might not be the best thing, but you still gotta try your best to moderate it. But even moderation, sometimes you can't moderate. So, wow, that's a beautiful message. I feel like the messages are coming in more clear, like with what I want to say. And I'm pausing less, which is nice. But I feel like working out has something to do with it. And at the end of this video, whether I say positive words or put music to where I sped it up, maybe I'll say all the words I need to say here, but I just hope you enjoy the video. I mean, I have a script here, so I'm going to read that. But I'm glad I could get a few minutes to where I was just talking with you guys. That felt so good. Just current lessons I'm learning. And these are messages from myself and anyone who wants to hear them, which is the beauty of YouTube. You can share whatever you want to share. And it's just beautiful in this day and age. We didn't always have that. It's just so extraordinary. Okay, let me pull up the script. Excuse me, confirmation burp. Let's see. I called it Vids Early 2025. That's what I call the Google Doc, but so I wrote this on 1/4/2025, Saturday at 4:52 p.m. And I got done from a really nice workout earlier today, and I was sweating so much, but that's good. That means I'm burning calories, and I just feel so good right now. And I'm probably gonna lift my 10-pound weight. I'm gonna try to get 100 on each arm, but do 20 and then switch arms, 20, 20, 20. And then, you know, I'll build up from there. So this video, this script here, it's called, I called it, but I might change the title a little bit, we'll see. What do you want? Mistakes and consistency video? If you're seeing this, maybe you're on the brink of figuring out what you want, your mission in life. Maybe you're working on getting better with consistency, because Lord knows I am. I definitely am trying to get better with consistency. I have some things burning in my mind that I want to journal, and who knows, I could end up sharing it on my channel, Ashley's Mind Maze, a message that I wrote to myself and then share. Let's see how it comes out. I thought the script came out pretty good, so here it is, LOL. It's like the algorithm knows exactly what I need to see. It's scary, but in a good way. I think it was a community post by Dan Coe on YouTube, and it said, screenshot from my phone here, if you want to attract people to you, focus on your mission. People gravitate towards those who know what they want. That's the scary part. There's a lot I don't know, but also there's a lot I do know about what I want. I know I want to make YouTube videos, but I'm not 100% sure on what. I have an idea that I want to spread positive messages. I want to relate to others. I want others to feel heard, and I want to feel heard. I read a comment somewhere on YouTube, probably would not be able to find it to be honest with you, and the person said to start a conversation, they usually start with a mistake they have made. That's being highlighted in my mind right now to show that they are human too, and they make mistakes, and I'm human and I make mistakes. In a way, the two things I just said feel connected. They feel like connected. I'm not perfect. I've made and deleted many YouTube channels. I've literally made videos of my rock collection I would pick up on my walks, and midnight walks back then too. I've made videos where it made so much sense in my mind, but when I looked back on the video, I was saying things that people wouldn't understand because they were not hearing the story I was in my head. And I was watching this video, it came out today, and it said something, it was a new Jay video, I talk about that in my other videos, but it's like all these spiritual battles that you were going on, that was happening in your brain, all of these spiritual battles that other people didn't even know you were battling, but you were battling them in your mind. So it just, and I loved that whole video. It's just, I'll put the link in the description of that video. I just vibed with it so much. It came out today, well, at the time of recording this. I've made videos where it made so much sense in my mind, but when I look back on the video, I was saying things that people wouldn't understand because they were not hearing the story I was in my head. It's like I was speaking gibberish. Nobody could understand me, but in that moment, it's like I could understand so well, I thought others could too. But back then, I was messed up. 2015 to 2020 were very hard years, but also very spiritual times for me. I have come a long way from speaking gibberish to speaking coherent sentences that people can actually understand. I'm grateful I'm allowed to see the progress. Another thing I want in life is to write in such a way that people understand the stories I was living in my mind. It's like living in a completely different story than the life and reality you are living. If you're seeing this, maybe you need to keep writing. Calling you out? No, just kidding. Because that's what I'm telling myself too. I have more soul searching to do. And maybe I'm not 100% right, but I'm always learning in this timeline, and that's a beautiful thing. We can learn together. Oh, you gotta go to the bathroom? No worries. What's up, Doc? What's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc?
I feel like this message is like coming out so much better than the other ones. You know what I mean? Like I feel like working out has something to do with it, Bobby.
Think so?
Yeah, like it gives me more energy. Something like I'm always learning every day, but it's doing something. Some type of magic is working.
Energized. Oh, right.
Yeah, I feel all energized, and I'm happy I could get this message out tonight.
There's some energy.
Oh, it's so magical. Hey, I love you, Bobby. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah.
I love you.
Okay, calm down.
I'm high on life, exactly. You know it, Bobby. Which is good, cause to take a break in the action, cause I gotta pee now. Oh, you know I'd be cutting this part out. Okay, I'm back. Are we still rolling? Oh my god, I just saw the time and it was like 22:12. And 12 is my number. Well, not my number, it's anybody's number, but that number 12 has always followed me. But I'm back. Hello, my lovely stars shining bright in the sky. I'm literally so pumped for this message. And I feel so energized from my workout, and I feel good. So where was I? So I'll just read the paragraph I took a break on. If you're seeing this, maybe you need to keep writing, because that's what I'm telling myself too. I have more soul searching to do, and maybe I'm not 100% right, but I'm always learning in this timeline, and that's a beautiful thing. And I put a heart smiley face. We can learn together. Then I wrote an interesting thing, like just an interesting thought while I was journaling. It's always one more, isn't it, till it's not, then it is again. Repeat, history, her story, their story. I thought that sounded interesting and wanted to share. Maybe you have been writing a lot, but need to work with being more consistent about it. And that's my big problem. I have a problem with consistency. Like I started out, so the 4th and the 5th, I worked out and I want to stick to my hour a day walking. And I'd like to get 100 lifts each arm and maybe build up from there. So in a way, this is kind of like to hold myself accountable. And if I rewatch this, just let myself know, or anyone watching, that I am feeling so good after my workout, and I wanted to note that. And at the end of this video, it's going to be like kind of like a little workout montage, but yeah. So I'm going to get back to the script, and if I think of anything else I want to say, I will say it at the end of the video, or if I have something to add to the script, I will say it here. Which more and more I'm getting stuff to add to the script or say it real time, which is really cool, and it's interesting to notice that. In another example from my life, I have no problem once I'm in the middle of writing usually, but I want to get more consistent with taking the walking pad out. I took it out today. Well, I put like show a video of the walking pad, but I'm going to put that at the end of the video, like the montage of me working out. But I need to be more consistent with using it. And I was just talking about that, and I didn't read this paragraph yet. like I haven't read it in a while. And I was just talking about it, like, because I felt it. I also need to be more consistent about when I post to YouTube, but sometimes I don't know what I should be making a video about. I'm always trying to read things and learn. Maybe the person watching this is a hint to do more research, myself included. Work on our routines and trying to be the best versions of ourselves that we can be. Because I know you can do it. I know I can do it. We just gotta keep trying. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Do what resonates with you. Do what you think will propel you forward faster. But if you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. I read in the book Atomic Habits by James Clear that, for example, if you miss one day, try again, but it says like never miss two. I'll put the little quote here that I took a screenshot of. I did a quick Google search and found this. I'll put it up on screen here. No matter how consistent you are with your habits, it is inevitable that life will interrupt you at some point. Perfection is not possible. Before long, an emergency will pop up. You get sick, or you have to travel for work, or your family needs a little more of your time. Whenever this happens to me, I try to remind myself of a simple rule: never miss twice. And that is chapter 16 of Atomic Habits by James Clear. I'll be honest, I've missed days, a few weeks here and there. I'm not perfect, but I'm working on it. I guess my point is, don't beat yourself up too much. Get back up and keep doing what you can. Maybe if you're seeing this, you're working on a routine that works best for you right now. Or you're trying to work out the details, iron out those details. And this was the 4th. I'm recording this on the 5th, but on the 4th I wrote, it's roughly 9:30 p.m. now, and time has passed since I wrote this. From 7 to 9 p.m. I worked out for roughly an hour. I did 30 minutes, then a break, then 40 minutes. I feel so good after my walk/workout. I want to make a goal to do an hour a day. Then I wrote here my stats from each walk, but I put that at the end of the video. For some reason, I tried to record my steps in the past, and if I'm walking outside, the phone records my steps, but not when I'm on the treadmill. Google says that a watch would be able to track my steps better, my walks better, my steps. So I'm going to look into that. I think if I get a watch and it can actually track my steps, that will motivate me more. I looked up how many steps it is walking on 0.9 speed for an hour, and Google said roughly 4,000 to 5,000 steps. But this is considered a very slow walking pace. Thanks, Google. LOL. Google. But we all gotta start somewhere. And I don't know that saying, but like, I don't want to win the race, but I want to keep my pace. Something like that. You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Then I wrote here, but I'm might put this at the end of the video, or put myself talking in the camera in the little side thing of the video when I show this, but this is my current weight. This is what I look like now. I'm going to do an hour a day and see where it goes. Confirmation burp. I might mix it up, walking inside and outside, so I get my sun and nature in. At the time of recording this, it has been very cold outside, but that's fine with me. I can bundle up. If I get hot walking, I can be cooled off, which is nice. So I wrote a little more, but I'll still read what I have here. This next part is a sped up version of me walking for a half hour. My first session, I did 30 minutes and recorded it. Then I did 40 minutes and just recorded my stats. but not me walking for 40 minutes. So my phone storage doesn't yell at me. Here's a little picture of my phone's current storage, but I'm always moving files around to make room. And I love you can put them in flash drives, and it's really cool that we can do that. This is also from the book Atomic Habits on page 133. I'll put a picture here. Highlight the benefits of avoiding a bad habit to make it seem unattractive. Habits are attractive when we associate them with positive feelings and unattractive when we associate them with negative feelings. Create a motivation ritual by doing something you enjoy immediately before a difficult habit. For me, that's like having a cup of coffee or tea. And then a not as good habit, and I don't recommend this, is having like a couple cigarettes, but don't do that. That's the habit I'm working on trying to break. So I'm going to be reading Atomic Habits by James Clear more and more. Try and figure out like I read that book, but I loved that I can go back and reread it and try to be the best version of myself that I can be. And that is on page 133 of 307. Just vibed with me, so I took a screenshot of it. And like after I do the difficult habit, I'll celebrate with a cup of coffee, because that's just like that's to reward myself and say like I did it, yay. And it gives me energy, so it's a win-win. I love having like a cup of coffee after like a big meal. It just helps me digest it. And then later my nightly cup of tea. Oh, so good. See, I even wrote it here. I wrote, before the habit I'm trying to make, I ate dinner. Then after the good habit of working out, I had coffee and tea to reward myself. I know it says before, but I like doing it after too, because coffee like gives me energy. And always like, if you're hearing this, maybe you got to eat more healthy, because I know I do, but you can still have those little enjoyments, like I said before, like where you have your dessert. Just try not to grab too much, try not to overdo it, because then you won't feel good. But I had dessert tonight, and I feel awesome, just saying. And I wrote here, I also had a couple cigarettes, if I'm being honest, which I do not recommend. That is a habit I'm attempting to break. Right now I'm working on cutting down a lot. Currently I smoke a pack, which is 20, but I'm trying to get it down to 10 and go from there. And lately I've been saving the cannabis like 2 or 3 times before bed when I know I'm going to go to bed soon. And that's just been helping me sleep, because I notice like I'll wake up and not crave it, but like when I'm going to bed, like that's when I want it, because it like helps me sleep. But everything in moderation, even moderation, and I'm not telling you what to do at all. So what I know is I can't do it all at once. I'm proud of myself for not having any cannabis when I got up today, but sometimes that means I lean heavier on cigarettes. Sometimes, but I am getting better with that. I'm not perfect, but I'm working on it. Cannabis is the easier battle. Cigarettes are the harder battle. They have always been around me since I was young. It is no one person's fault. But I can blame myself for continuing these two, like, kind of bad habits. I have to change my life at a pace I'm ready for. I can't do it all at once. And I finished writing that at 9:50 p.m. And that was the end of that. That was written 1/4. I said the date in the beginning. 1/4/2025. But now we're in the 5th day of the year. Oh my God, I just looked, that was beautiful. I just looked at we're on the 5th day of the year, and I literally looked at it, and I saw 11:11 p.m. change to 11:12. So if anyone's seeing this, 11:11, make a wish. 11:11, make a wish. Now it's 11:12, and that 12 is always following me. That was magic, because you saw earlier in this video, I was like, something about 12. And 12 came back again. So that's the number that always follows me. But yes, some of it was scripted, but some of it was just raw and real. And I love that. This message feels so good. And if you've seen a lot of burps in this video, well, I love my carbonated water, so that's probably what's another confirmation burp. Like, I love bubbles, and I'm trying to drink less soda, keep it to just one Coca-Cola a day, and I substitute that for my carbonated water. I love it so much because I didn't realize for the longest time I was craving those bubbles, but the Coca-Cola I saved to have with my dinner, so that's what I try to do. And we had a good dinner. I talked about that, and then I helped my mom do the dishes. I helped my mom make the dinner, and it just feels so good to get these messages out there. And I'm just pausing to see if there's anything else I would like to say before I get to the next part of the video. Oh yeah, after I worked out and I chilled at the table for a bit, then I laid down and video edited this next part that's coming up on my phone, and I'm like gonna put all this together in one video. And I don't know how I want to do it in the future. I kind of want to like, I don't know if I'm going to record myself on the treadmill every time I do it, but it'll be a lot easier once I get something that can record my steps while I'm on the treadmill, because the phone just does it outside. It's like really weird. But yeah, I'll just keep, but yeah, I might do a couple more recordings like every day, different day. But yeah, I think that from what I remember, the beginning of the next video is like me like showing my belly and just like to see like where I'm starting at, because I do get a pudge in my belly and I wanted to show that visually. And I feel like in a way that takes a lot of bravery to like show my belly, but like but I feel like what happened with me is it's just like I made a lot of videos that made no sense and I posted them, and in a weird way that took a lot of bravery, but it was just like hearing a completely different story in my head. So in a way, this feels like a lot easier for me to be able to share this kind of stuff, because it's way more normal than what I did before, and it's just much more normal. Like, this is a more normal type of video than the ones I used to make and deleted. So I feel like because I did those things in the past, it gave me a lot more courage to be able to share this kind of stuff with you guys. So I am blown away with how good I feel this video coming together. And it just makes me so happy. And I don't know if I'm going to put my voice over the sped up parts of me walking, or if I'm going to just put like music to it, or if I'm just going to put both. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but we will see with how I edit it in this next clip. But I love you, my stars, and I will see you in the next part of the video, and then I hope to make many more videos, you know that. I will see you in the next video, but also in this next part of the video. So thank you so much for listening and joining me on my journey, because it means a lot to me that we can all share in this day and age, and sharing is caring. Alright, this next part. But also, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Alright, love you. Bye. I'm done. I just gotta hold on. Give me a minute. I'm done with my work.
Yay, nice.
Yay! I'm all sweaty. Hold on.
Hmm?
Pause this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with my workout and I am very sweaty and I'm going to take a shower and I'm going to show you guys my stats before I sign off. But I did an hour, 30 minutes, then 10 to 15 minutes break, then 30 minutes. It is January 5th. I started on the 4th. And here are my stats. Ooh!
Jesus, man, even the back of your shorts are wet, though.
Yeah. Feels good though.
Oh, that's sweat, yeah?
Yeah, just to like burn it off, burn some calories, you know what I mean? Those are my stats. Sometimes it don't give me the right weight.